Yo, we're live. Hello, hello. BNBP. We are talking about that tonight. What an incredible project from multiple different angles. When you think about the number of sacrifices in this community over the last 10 months, and we have maybe 150 of those, only a very select few have actually launched, and only a tiny itty bitty subset of those I am actually excited about. And BNBP is one of those. We have a great show lined up for you tonight. So first of all, I'm here, so that's good enough. GFC is in the background. Black Hexagon, we got bullish in the house. You guys, give a little bicep in the chat there. Hello, everybody. Hey, Petey, how you doing? Jesus, I'm still watching the last stream. What time to be alive? Yes, it is an amazing, amazing time to be alive. Hex, Heart, how you doing? What's good, Chick? What a beautiful, beautiful time to be alive. And then at 8 o'clock, so we're gonna talk about BNBPot, what it is, how are the rules? Like, what are the rules to actually play, and what are the rules for the token? Right? Like, if you're like, hey, I don't really want to play, or maybe I do want to play, but how do I make money with the token? How do the games actually work? We're gonna get into all of that good stuff. You guys keep piling in. Do me a little Gucci, right? We'll reach around, but down below there's a share button, right? Little arrow on it. Just press that little share button. When it comes up, copy that, jump over to Twitter and get that tweeted. Help us spread the word about projects that are decentralized, that are audited, that don't have any admin keys that can touch money, right? Those are the things that we like. Whoops. And do we have a video that we're going to play, or a music we're going to play? You guys go share this out while this music plays right now. Oh, what's good? Black Hexagon GRC, what's good, guys? How you doing?
Chilling, hey. Man. How you doing? Late night stream. Let's go.
Very late. Very late night. Black Hexagon.
Your intro was incredible, by the way. I just wanted to say your intro was incredible.
Killed it, Sam. Killed
hey,
it.
I'm learning from watching GRC to his intros, and I'm getting better at them. I'm working at getting better at them. So
you're goofier at nighttime. We're much goofier at nighttime rather than in the morning. We're all Black Hexagon. How you doing today?
I'm doing good. I'm excited. I've been waiting for these games.
I've been waiting to do anything fun. For real, like I don't care.
Let's put some drama.
I just wanted to have fun. Like, remember, guys, we are living life too. Like, I know I'm a workaholic. Sam's a workaholic. Black Hexagon also a workaholic. And yeah, we know that's really important, but every once in a while, guys, you know, and you don't have to if you're speculating a bunch of money on this, you're making a mistake. And you're making a mistake because you probably don't understand anything about what's going on. But if you do know what's going on exactly, you could do whatever you want. But that's the whole thing. It's the education portion that people seem to want to skip over.
And the playing the games kind of thing, I think about this. So sometimes we'll get together with friends, and you guys might do the same thing. Black Hexagon, I think you're married or something, but get together with friends, right? And or GRC, right? You get together with friends, and you might play a game, right? So I wonder if this type of game might be right. Like, think about literally what we're doing. What is the day of the week? Today's Tuesday. I'm hanging out with Black Hexagon GRC, and bullish in the background. We're literally just hanging, because this is not like work to me. We're just chilling. We're just having a good time. And then we're going to be playing a game. Like, is this the game night that you would play at your kitchen table, but now we're just doing it digitally?
Exactly. Because it's like, to be honest, I don't really play any games, frankly, other than LP V3. If you think that's a game, then I play that. But other than that, I'm not, you know, generally people's advice to me, loosen up. Loosen up. Like, you know, you're going to be successful. Don't stress yourself out to the point where you're going to explode. So, well, yeah, like this is, this just fits with where I'm at. I don't get the opportunity to like do whatever I want. Well, I can do whatever I want, I guess, but I like to work right now. So this is fun for me. A way to loosen up. Also a way for it's also a way for some of the people to like show their true colors, because at the end of the day, it's like, what do people really want? Like, I want people to have a good time and have whatever, free coins, do whatever. I like all that stuff for people. I like when people are excited, but I also will refuse to not educate people along the way. I refuse to just have everything be in the gray area, except if I say it. It's not how it works in reality. And that's why I want to just show people, like, whether all these things are lower in value next month or higher in value next month, I don't care. I really don't. And I'm not going to serial trade my shit just because something's going up or down. That's how plebs move. So just chill, relax, let that do that part for you.
Yeah, I mean, and that's what's special about BNBPot anyways, is that, yeah, the games are fun, but that's not why we're in it. That's not why we're showing up. We're showing up to stay, right? We want to be the house. Like, look at how successful and well the casinos, even through pandemics, you know, the casinos are still thriving in Las Vegas, right? Why? Because the house always wins. So to kind of take away that advantage to allow peer-to-peer transactions, but yet because you understand that you're playing a game and that there are fees associated, and those fees going to the stakers makes it beneficial for me to invest in this project. So I'm excited about the tokenomics. I don't get into, I know you guys do your research. You don't get into projects lightly. And I almost take it, you know, as a little bit of, you know, being a little dismissive of the work that we do and the learning that we, you know, undergo to find projects and products that are worthwhile. And this is definitely one, right?
And I'll say
go ahead, Jason.
Well, I'll say one more thing. Like, I gambled hysterically, basically full time for 2 years straight. Well, and you know, it was generally a horrible experience. To be quite frank. Not saying I've gained or lost money. It doesn't matter really, because the time I nuked into it, frankly, was enough to be annoying. So whether I was good at it or bad at it, that wasn't the point. The point is I had a negative habit and a bad lifestyle situation, and I was gambling all day long because I didn't have a clue how to live my life. And that's really not the case anymore. You know,
how do people get into situations like that? Because so, like, I'm older than you, right? But I don't think I've ever been, whether it was drugs or something like that. Maybe it was girls, right? Because I definitely wasn't focused on making progress because I was just focused on girls. So maybe that was my thing. And that was like 7, 8 years.
Or even like when you get in those modes where you work out for 6 hours a day and it's half counterproductive because you're just working out too much. Yeah, like you've done that before. Oh my God, I used to work out for 3 hours at a time. I would bust out 600 push-ups after my workout. And it was like, dude, you're just killing time, bro. Like I was killing time so I could avoid the problems in my life. And I had a girlfriend at the time, all this shit, and I took it all for granted. But I want to say this is not that, and I don't promote that kind of behavior. And I don't gamble at all anymore. That was years ago. So, and all my friends gamble, all of them. Every one of them that has a pulse.
And I think what Black Hexkin was saying is probably more accurate for a lot of the people here. We want to support something that we believe in, but also everybody who sacrificed or who's gotten in early on the tokens, the BNBP token, has made money, right? Like, I have staked, you guys probably both have staked BNBP. To Black Hexagon's point though, how many times do we look at projects that are just utter crap? There's just crap out there. And then something like this comes along, right? Jacob comes along and he's like, understands the security, understands the benefits of having something that's decentralized. There's the two big reasons that I'm very bullish on something like this. For the one, you guys know somebody who actually owns a casino. His name is Donald Trump, right? That's one of the reasons. I've read a couple of his books, and one of the reasons that he talks about in his books for owning the casino is because the cash flow. If you can do a business that has turnover, like the cash flowing through it, right? The faster cash flows through it, the faster you can take a vig on everything, right? That's why Richard Hart wants a little bit of pulsechain to go in his pocket, because he knows if that thing churns, that's just spitting money out to him, right? So casinos are that way. Donald Trump owns casinos because of that, right? So one there. And then I get to be a part of that. I get to earn that every month. It's just like getting a check. It's like a dividend stock, right? You just get a check coming in every month. Awesome. But also think about how many places where gambling is not legal, and yet you can go do this. I'm not saying that you should. Like, I'm not a gambler, so but think about the market that opens up, because you can literally go in any state or country, even if it's illegal, and you could still go through and gamble. Think about when he does the sports thing. When Jacob gets the sports thing up there, and that's a decentralized protocol that you can bet on sports. GRC talks about betting on sports and stuff.
Yeah, well, we talk about the industry a lot. The industry is absolutely crazy. The NFL gambling, NBA gambling, UFC gambling. Oh my God, there's so many people that are going to do it regardless, and they get 7% ripped off them on the top. And they don't even know because they're drunk and they don't care. But I know because I used to do it really hardcore. So I know, like, it's like you get 7%, no problem. No one even cares. And then the odds are like widgeted both ways in the favor of the house. And it's just like, you're losing. If you do 52%, you're a king in sports betting over like a year period. Those are what the pros do. 56%, like it's like pro. But again, they spend like lots of money on it.
Tell us what, because when you say 56%, people who know that lingo know what you're talking about. But 56% to me doesn't. What does that mean?
Like 50, if they bet 100 times in a year, they win 56 times.
Okay, I got you.
So like 56% is like high tier, and I mean 62 or more percent is a lie.
Like they're just wrong.
It's not really possible. Like, it doesn't matter how smart you are. You're just a human, and you're just betting on dudes running around. And sometimes they break their legs, and sometimes it's just like, yeah, sometimes their girlfriends break up with them and they have a temper tantrum and get a DUI, and then you're like, oh damn, you know, he's in jail, so now he's not going to catch the ball. You know what I mean? Like, but it's for killing time. I'm telling you guys, I don't care what anyone says. There's a lot of guys out there and they gamble, and on the weekends they want to blow off steam. How do you blow off steam? You watch football and drink beer, and you have a little gamble on it. That's just what people do.
Absolutely. I've done my share of gambling. I am a self-proclaimed degen when it comes to gambling. I definitely have spent way too much time at the poker table. Even over at the table game version of the Texas Hold'em game, like on the casino floor. So I definitely, do my share. But I have kids. I have 3 kids. They're getting older. I don't spend nearly as much time gambling as I did before I started having kids, and didn't have so much responsibility. And for me, a lot of it was just blowing time, like he said, and a sense of I came from a real controlling family, right? I'm going to dictate everything you do, how you spend your money, how you spend your time. And that was an outlet, escape for me. I could just go, kill time, not think about anything but winning. And then you win one time, and then you get that rush, right? And then you're like, oh, okay, so I lost a couple of times, but it's okay because the possibility of winning is there. So Yeah, it's like any other addiction. Gambling is, it's a thing, and it's not anything that's gonna go away. So to be able to at least reduce, um, like you said, that 7%, right? Give yourself a little bit of a fair shot by going, especially when the sports betting opens up and it really is just peer to peer. It's not based on odds being set by, Vegas. I know it's been many a times I done lost a ticket by a half a point or 1 point, and I'm like, Vegas rigged that shit. Like take all of that away and
And
just,
that's why I want people to understand too. It's going to roll out slow and but I will be telling people the truth about the way that I feel about gambling, along with understanding that people gamble and that
Yeah.
people watch sports and that people like to go on serial dating apps and people also like to drink alcohol until they pass out and smoke marijuana joints. It's okay to have something that you do. If your relationships with your family and your friends and your loved ones is being damaged, you need to look in the mirror and stop being a dick.
Yeah.
That's
and
it.
and we can't say that, because I've had this issue with gambling in my past, or because you can open it up to somebody else, that we can't, support the idea of decentralizing. This is not about, advocating for gambling or not. This is about advocating for decentralization, right? Taking away the middleman in every industry, whether that's in, your investments like in Hex, right? In the banking middleman, or the bank or the casino middleman in pulsepot. So I like crypto that advances what it is that we're in this space to do.
Black X, can you talk about that a little bit more? Because I don't know if you did, but I think that GRC and myself both have been getting, like, I've got a couple comments, and I don't even know about the DMs just because I'm not at that point where I'm answering a ton of DMs. But there's people who think that because we like BNBP, we like scam coins, or we're endorsing gambling. And I like the way that you put that, because this has nothing to do with me. Like you had mentioned, you had enjoyed that in your past, but it's just the same. The gambling, I think GRC was trying to make this point earlier, is just like anything else in life that is an escapism. Whether there's good forms of escapism or bad forms, it's still an escapism in some way. So that for me, maybe it was a very long period of my life where I was just chasing girls, just nonstop. It was a revolving door, right? Like perpetually. And that is not the case. This is decentralization, right? The idea of a casino is going to exist in the blockchain. You don't have to use it, but you can be a part of it where you earn the cash from that. And then by doing this with us, we can also encourage anybody, if you do have an issue with gambling and spending money in your life, that you know you can use it a better way, then reach out to one of us, call the helpline, do something about it. And I think
Do they have a helpline listed on there? I think they might.
Boom, 800-522.
Do they really? That's amazing. Good job. Thank you so much.
That's to Bullish.
Thank you so much, Jacob and Bullish and everyone. Thank you. Oh, is that the game? Oh, National Game. Like, great. Perfect. Great job, Bullish. Incredible. If you're calling them, then you should probably turn this stream off now. But again, I don't even know what kind of gambling we're doing exactly. I think we're doing just like the basic roulette gambling, like it's like a kind of a wheel. This is like the introduction.
I think it's
I would love if Bullish brought up some of those specifics, or whoever.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining. Yeah, so pretty much Jackpot is the first game that's launching, and then all the other games will be deployed, about a month after, one by one. But essentially, we're not really advocating for gambling. We know people are going to gamble regardless. We're advocating for decentralization, ownership, staking, earning yield, which this community is, familiar with. So, that's pretty much what we're advocating on. And yeah, we are, we do own the house. A lot of us on the screen, we are staked. We are, part of you know, what people are calling potheads, or you know, the people who support BNBPot and are staking. And yeah, we want to advocate more people to do that.
I'm taking credit for that.
Yeah,
I
no,
really
you
I
definitely
like
take
that.
credit for that.
Taking credit for potheads.
T-shirts, people,
I definitely feel like I was the first one that started saying that that I was a serious pothead.
Well, the Germans came in. They're potheads. Do they like BNBP?
You know what?
I'm just joking.
I
All the
think- I think-
Hexicans, to be honest, just like I never seen so many people smoke marijuana.
Language.
Hey, I caught myself earlier, and I didn't swear. So
Yeah, I
we have
noticed.
this. Did you notice that? I
Yeah,
was like,
I
oh,
noticed.
somebody should give me a pat on the back. I didn't swear. No, but this game, in all seriousness, is about to launch in a few minutes. So I pulled up the rules here. So that, oh man, this is gonna be hard for us to read, I think. Okay, here we go. Let me try to zoom in here. Because if people are going to be going through and playing games, it's probably a good idea to understand how the rules actually work. Hexka, do you want to go through and read some of these off?
Sure. Game
If you
rules.
can see them.
Yeah, I can see it a little bit. I'm gonna get in a little close, but the minimum value to enter a pot is 1 USD. A player's winning chance is proportional to their entered value. A pot goes live when 2 unique addresses enter the value greater than 1 USD.
So point two there, right, is interesting.
Mhm.
Meaning, if there's a pot of $100 and I have 67 of those dollars in the pot, then I have 67% more probability. If I'm understanding how he structured this, I have a greater probability of winning because each one acts as an independent bet. Is that how you guys understand that?
Yeah, that it's percentage based, right? So, you know, there's $100 in the pot. You put in $5, you have a 5% chance of winning, right? But if you put in $50, you, of course, more proportional, you have a 50% chance of winning. So it's just proportional to the amount that you stuck in the pot.
Yes, dope. Okay. GRC, you want to go through point number 4? We're just going to play school here, and we'll just go through around the room. Bullish, you're up next.
Each pod has a countdown timer, 5 minutes. After going live, then the winner will be calculated. So, guys, your money is on there for 5 minutes, and then it will be calculated and dispersed, I assume. At that, we'll see how many seconds it takes, but we'll see.
5 minutes from the
yeah.
start, of the second person joining, right? So let's say you start a jackpot, just one person, and nobody else comes in, and 5 minutes passes. The clock never starts. But as soon as the second person joins your pot, then the clock starts and ticks down 5 minutes.
So okay, and I don't know, because whatever Jacob did, when you go through and stake your BNBP, you are actually able to still see them in your wallet. So I don't know how that plays out, like if it sits in a pot for 5 minutes, or if the semantics of like how that plays out or whatever. But
I'm interested to see
and
that.
we'll make sure we get that answer if one of us.
There's a unlimited number of players can enter within the 5 minute window. That could be interesting, and the last like couple seconds could be very interesting. An unlimited amount of value can be entered into the pot. Think about if there's a bunch of people like playing this, right? And I think that what would make this even more valuable, and I mentioned this to Jacob, and he said he's working on it, is if people can go play this game, sit here with GRC Black Hexagon and Bullish, and have a conversation, kind of like maybe Twitch, but maybe it's just a private chat. I don't know what it is, where when people are playing a game, they can have the community to talk to each other in an anonymous way. Think about, I think people would enjoy playing a game more so, right?
Yeah. So I think it's notable to say what's going on in the chat. Nate He is part of the pulsepot or BNBPot team. He just notified us that the time is now 3 minutes as opposed to 5 minutes. And then KVLT DeFi has informed us that the minimum bet is now $5 as opposed to $1 USD. So there's a couple little updates to the game rules.
Oh, so it's $5 to play.
Now it's the minimum bet is now 5, and instead of a 5-minute countdown, it's a 3-minute countdown.
Interesting. Okay.
I should give Jacob a heads up on that.
Yeah. Send him a screenshot of this. Okay, so let's go on.
Bullish. People are asking on my DMs and stuff about the Odyssey link, and I'm just telling them to
I'm dropping it right now. So I just made that go live.
Oh wow.
Talk,
what drop that in the private.
GRC or Black Hexagon Bullish, talk about the Odyssey link, which is a decentralized YouTube version. Somebody want to talk about that and what we're using it for and what happens at 8 o'clock?
Bullish.
Yeah, I'll touch on that. So let me remove this. Yeah, so essentially we were gonna, do everything on YouTube, but and I'm not gonna like give too much light on it, but there's been a group of people who have been making a concentrated effort to try to report these channels and get these channels shut down, either out of jealousy or hate for the project or certain people on the screen. So to not give them any ammo to shut any of these channels down, we're moving over to Odyssey, which is completely decentralized, and they won't be able to shut us down.
Yes. So the gameplay, this is
Because
also
we're pros.
Bullish, can you pull that up on the screen so people can see that?
Yep, I'm actually adding that right now. I'm actually posting it in the chats. I'm posting it in all the chats.
So you guys
on all the channels.
Pull up another tab if you're watching on a computer or if you're watching on your phone. At 8 o'clock, have that link ready because I think Black Hexagon's going first, right?
That is correct.
Yeah, I'll kick it off.
And Black Hexagon, you want to tell the audience some of the people who are expected to join you?
Sure. I mean, I don't want to blast them like that.
You don't have to.
They don't show up, but I definitely invited some of my girls, CZ Hexing, Expensive Taze, DJ Pollywood, he's my dude. So I just invited a couple people, and like people who I know care about the project, right? I mean, yeah, anybody loves free coins, free money, but for the most part, we believe in this project, right? And so the people that I've onboarded or that I communicate about this project with, like vets in the chat, I know that they won't just dump it. If they win, they won't just sell it. They'll probably stake it because they see the value in the coin much past just today.
Vets has a question too here, Bullish. So are we to log into the DAPP in order to play? I think he's talking about Odyssey. So do you want to touch on that, Bullish?
No, you don't need to log into Odyssey. You do need to log in to the DAPP, to BNB pot. You do need to connect your wallet. Yeah, so and let's go over some of the gameplay and it will touch a lot of this stuff. So at 8 p.m. We're jumping over to Odyssey. We're gonna be playing there. Anyone who wants to participate, anyone's free to watch, but anyone who wants to participate and join, we will be dropping stream link yards for people to join. You must have a burner wallet to participate. If you want to use your main wallet, that's on you. But I recommend, for the sake of this stuff, because you will be sharing your wallet address with us, behind the scenes in the green room, in order to, drop some BNBP to your wallet. So I highly recommend you using a burner wallet. So if you're on your non-crypto computer, for example, right now, install MetaMask, have the address ready, especially if you're willing to participate. But for those who want to play, the process is essentially you need to have a little bit of BNB in your wallet to pay for gas costs and pretty much any of the supported coins. Let me see if he put it up there. I had the list, but let me just see if he put it up there.
I checked earlier, it wasn't yet.
Okay, but he gave me the list. So you'll be able to play with either BNB, BUSD, Cake, BNBP, ETH, and ADA, I believe it is. So any of those coins that you have in your wallet, if you want to gamble and play the games, you'll be able to do that. If you're not interested in, playing the games and you just want to hang out with us and play with us, just have a burner wallet address ready. We'll provide you with the BNBP, to play along with us. And again, whatever you win is up to, is yours to keep. We would just ask if you do win any BNBP, stake it, because I think it will be more valuable by you staking it.
Yeah. Okay. So Bullish. Walk through. Sorry, walk through what people need to do if they want to play a couple games. I've got my burner wallet set up. What do they need to do to you to get this BNBP and the little bit of BNB so that they can come play with us at 8 o'clock? Do they have to leave in the chat?
Can you repeat that again?
How does somebody do this, right? Maybe Vets in Crypto wants to come play, right? But he has a burner wallet, and he's like, hey, how do they know? How do you want this to be communicated?
Oh yeah, so don't drop any of your addresses in the chats, unless I ask you to, because I'm might be doing like a random giveaway to the chat. But once you enter the green room with us as part of the participation, that's when you will provide the address.
Okay, so how do they get access to the green room?
So in Odyssey, we're constantly going to be dropping StreamYard links for people to join the green room. So look out for those StreamYard links. If you want to join, click the link, and you'll be part of the stream essentially.
Oh, okay, cool. So the StreamYard link, for anybody who's not aware of this, is just going to be a link. You're going to click on it. You're going to just put in your name. I think you can make up whatever name you like, if that's how you want to do it. Once you come in there, they're going to have the option to turn off the camera or not have the camera off, and then they can get into the play. Is that accurate? But that's also how you're going to share your address. Hex Love is by getting into
the private chat.
The private chat, right?
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
So in the green room, we have a private chat where you'll be able to, give us the addresses. I don't want people posting their addresses in the chat. Just try to avoid that, because it can just be easily copied by anyone else. And that's why I'm advocating to just create a burner address. So this way, if I do ask, to paste your wallet address to do a random, airdrop to someone who's watching, it's not something that people are going to do chain analysis and figure out all your stuff.
Because they'll be in the private chat. Okay, so let's just run through this top to bottom. We've got the game starting in about 7 minutes, right? Because there's 17 people that just tuned out. They have no idea what we just said. So we're at 8 o'clock. We're going over to Odyssey, right? At 8 o'clock, we're going to be sharing in the description the link to come join. So you can come join us. If you click on the link, you can put your name down and join as in with your face, or you can hide your face. When you do that, there'll be a private chat in there. You can just be like, hey, here's my address. And the only people who are going to, basically Bosa is going to be the only person who's looking, because we're going to be here talking, right? And that's how you're going to get cracking here. Yep.
I think just before we get into the games, because we only have 5 minutes left on the countdown, I think it's important that we explain for people who are going to just be playing on their own, not coming on stream, playing with their own money, how it works as far as betting with the BNBP token or betting with any other token. So do you want to get into that, or should I?
I can. Perfect. Unless you wanted to chat about that. So with BNBP, you get $30 worth of credit in the system, right? You ever go
before you finish up, I'm gonna hop over to the other stream. I have to use the bathroom really bad, so I'm just gonna transition now, and you guys are gonna finish talking about this. Sorry about interrupting. I'm gonna jump off, and I'll meet you over in the StreamYard link.
Sweet.
Yeah, right over there. I just gotta get a couple of things.
Okay, so if you use, say, 80, I think you had mentioned ADA, Bullish, that can be used to bet with. And if you bet with that, you're using $5 worth of the token, right? Now, if you use, this is a great point. Thanks for bringing this up, Black Mexican. If you use the BNBP token, currently on Desxcreener, it is trading for $26.55. So you're effectively getting a discount on buying or playing in the game, right? Because you get $30 worth of credit. If you've ever been to Dave & Buster's, there we go, $26.55. So you get $30 worth of gameplay for the price of $26.55. That's how this is set up. You go to Dave & Buster's and they're like, hey, how much are you going to be playing? You're like, cool, if you play more than $40 worth, then you get an additional $30 worth of tokens or $6 worth of tokens to be able to play. And that's effectively what it is. Black Hexagon or Bullish, is there anything else we should touch on real quick before we jump over there?
I think one more thing, and Black Hexagon, correct me if I'm wrong. I think for launch day, especially as of today, once the pot hits a value of over $100, there's an extra 10% added by the system.
Yes, during the participation phase. Yes.
Yeah.
So
yes.
you have
We
a
can probably
benefit
cover
to
that.
play early. It's just something that Jacob did to incentivize the early adopters. Incentivize, excuse me.
So if the pot gets up to $100, then he adds on 10% more BNBP as a bonus.
Yep.
Cool. This is gonna be interesting. Bullish, anything else you wanted to talk about, mention?
I think that's pretty much it. So we can start transitioning over to Odyssey. But yeah, I just want to, thank everyone for joining. Keep in mind, we're not advocating for gambling. We're just having a good old time. We own the house. So, think about, think of today like a casino owner inviting you, to his casino to hang out with him. And it's like, hey, here's a few chips, bro. Play. It's all me. So, that's pretty much what we're doing tonight.
And
It's
you
on
can,
us.
yes, you can play. That's what Bullish is saying.
Yeah.
If you want to play, we will pay for you to play. That is what Bullish is saying.
Yeah,
Not
I wouldn't
forever.
say we would, but you're gonna have coins.
Yes, correct.
You're gonna have coins ending up in your wallet. So in order to participate with us, so head over to Odyssey. It's odyssey.com.
Share the link again.
Yeah, it's scrolling in the bottom /@BullishOx. I'll paste it again in the chat. And this stream is essentially going to continue rolling. But we're just not going to be on here. It's just so people are aware that we're over at Odyssey and they can go over there.
Yes.
Yeah.
Go over to. So anybody who, sorry.
Danish is an admin in the Telegram, and he's saying that it's not 10%. And I feel like changes are coming because I just streamed with Jacob where he mentioned the 10%, but he's saying that it's actually BNBP per $100, which is like actually probably more than 10%. Because the BNB,
Yeah, right. It is $100 and $26 is 26%.
right? So that's pretty awesome.
And if Tanish Sherman, if they're the admin over there, is that what you said in the Telegram? If you Tanish, if you want to join in, and you don't have to show your face or your real name, but you're gonna jump over to the link in the bottom corner there, right? So you can have that loaded up. It's Odyssey and then /BullishOx. So you load that up, and then once you're over there, Bullish is going to share another link. That's like the link to get into the back door, right? It's like, hey, you want to come over and visit, right? Well, I'm going to be doing shit in my bedroom. There's a key, and I tell you where the key is. We're going to be sharing that over there. Once you get inside of the green room, then Bullish is going to be like, hey, what's your address, right? And then he'll be able to send you BNB and as well as BNBP. We'll also go through, I think it would probably be helpful to show people the contract address so they can add the fucking token.
Yeah, so actually, I'm glad you brought that up. If you look at the video description that you're watching right now, you have everything you need. Link to Desxcreener, contract address, link to PancakeSwap,
down below.
Link to the official Twitter account for BNBPot. So look at the video description in YouTube. Also on Odyssey, all the information you need as far as to have the official links, official contract is all there.
Yes. Okay, cool. It's 8 o'clock. Where do you want me to go? Where's the link that I should go?
So yeah, the StreamYard link is in the private chat. You can start heading over there. I'm gonna pretty much start dropping people off and heading over there. So I'll see you guys over there. We're already live in Odyssey. I'm gonna keep the stream going, and we'll see you there in about 5 minutes.
Cool. I'm pulling up over there right now. Appreciate you guys. See you in a bit.